Welcome to lecture number 25. Today we are studying about the continuation part of Fourier representation that we just started in the previous session. Welcome to lecture 25, chapter 3, frequency domain representation of LTI system. Topics to be covered in this lecture are DTFS and examples. DTFS stands for discrete time Fourier series, followed by we will be studying about Fourier series. It is continuous time Fourier series. And Fourier series is applicable for periodic signals, and Fourier transforms are applicable for non-periodic signals. That is what we understood in the last class. So I had given you an assignments, one assignment in the previous class. I hope you might have tried. I just want to give you a solution for this before we proceed to the next part of the problem section. The problem goes like this. It is 1 plus sine. In place of theta, we have n pi by 12 plus 3 pi by 8. Here, you need to compute the periodicity of this. I have n here. In place of n, I substitute n plus capital N. So, I get it as capital N pi by 12. So, capital N pi by 12 should be equated with 2 pi. This would give me n is equal to 24. Pi and pi cancels, 12 2s are 24. So hence your capital omega naught angular frequency of a discrete time signal is given by 2 pi by n. So this will give you 2 pi by 24 or just pi by 12. So you have a period and angular frequency both. So n as well as angular frequency. Now we proceed with the solution. Standard equation, we make a habit of writing standard equation before we proceed with the solving. So I'm just observe here, x of n is given. I need to find of x of k. So rather than writing standard equation for x of k, I'm writing x of n itself. Remember one thing, whenever trigonometric functions are given, write the same equation. It will be much easy. There are two ways to solve it. One is taking x of k and wherever you have x of n, substitute this and solve it. That is one way. Sometimes it appears to be very complex. The other way is by inspection method. Write x of n equation itself. And by inspecting it with a standard form, we can derive what are the x of k coefficients. That is what we are doing now. Here goes the standard form of the x of n. K is equal to 0 till n minus 1. X of k e raised to j k omega naught n. So x of n is given here. Now we know that sine theta is given by e raised to j theta plus e raised to minus j theta divided by 2. Right? So this formula by Euler's formula we have already come across many times in the previous sessions. We try to apply to this main equation. That gives x of n is equal to 1 plus 1 by, so it is cos theta actually, it is cos theta. Sin theta is, you have subtraction minus here and you have 2j here if you remember, right? So sin theta, cos theta is whatever I wrote just now, e raised to j theta plus e raised to minus j theta divided by 2. Okay, so sin theta is divided by 2j because it is a complex, it is an imaginary term. Cos theta plus I sin theta or j sin theta. So that's why it come at this place. So that's why what I get is this sine in place of sin theta. In place of sin theta, I write the first term as 1 by 2j e raised to j theta. E raised to j theta means whatever is here, that I am just copying it. N pi by 12 plus 3 pi by 8. Then minus this 1 by 2j is applicable to second term also. 2j e raised to j n pi by minus j, it is here, you can see minus j pi by 12 plus 3 pi by 8. The equations look big, but it is very simple if you go on analyzing and solving it. So next, if you observe here carefully, even 1 can be written as in the form of e raised to something. So let me show you. X of n, 1 can be written as 1 into e raised to j0. That is nothing but 1 plus 1 by 2j. So what I do is I take the term which is independent of n outside. So independent of n is this term e raised to j 3 pi by 8. I take it out. So what is left out? e raised to j n. This pi by 12 can be either written as 2 pi by 24 or else just omega naught. The pi by 12 means omega naught. So let me write it as pi by 12 itself, and you remember in your mind that pi by 12 is nothing but omega naught itself. Fine. Similarly for this, if I apply the same analogy, I would get e raised to minus j 3 pi by 8 e raised to minus j n pi by 12 or 2 pi by 24 or omega naught. Now compare, this is called inspection method. Compare it with standard form or general form. General form equation is already in front of you, right? So when I substitute k is equal to 0, what do I get? This whole term becomes 0. K equal to 0 means whole term becomes e raised to j0. E raised to j0 is here. So hence by comparing I can write x of 0. You can see here, if I substitute k equal to 0, e raised to j0 happens. E raised to j0 is here. Its coefficient x of k, its coefficient is 1. So at k is equal to 0, the coefficient is 1. Now similarly, at k is equal to minus 1, what happens? Just check. If I supply k is equal to minus 1, this will give you e raised to minus j, omega naught means pi by 12 n. E raised to minus j pi by 12 n. Where it is? E raised to minus j pi by 12 n. This term is here. This term occurs or appears when the k value is minus 1. So it means whatever beside it you are having the weight, that is or that is supposed to be x of minus 1 itself. So x of minus 1 value is minus 1 by 2j e raised to minus j 3 pi by 8. Okay. So similarly, x of minus 2 can be written, x of plus 1 I can say, plus 1. X of plus 1 I can write it as e raised to j omega naught n, or else e raised to j pi by 12 n, e raised to j pi by 12 n, this term. So this should be x of 1 by 2j e raised to j 3 pi by 8. So this is your all the terms, that three terms had appeared. I could name it what value of k gets you that particular frequency coefficient. Now I have written it in a neat manner. So x of k is equal to 1 for k is equal to 0. So minus 1 so and so for k is equal to minus 1. 1 divided by 2j so and so, k is equal to 1. And 0 otherwise on the range. I have to write it compulsorily because the period of it is 24. The period of it is 24. So either you should write it as 0 to 24, but we have mentioned it as negative values minus 1. So what you have to do is you have to take it symmetric with respect to origin. So minus 11 to 0, 12 items, and 0 to 12, 1 to 12, 12 items. So total n is equal to 24. That is how you need to match it. Now in case in your examination, if they have asked you to find out the magnitude and phase response. Magnitude response is given by x of k mod. This is a magnitude. So how to write it? So it is across k. You know that you have to take it from 0, 1, 2 till 12. Here -1, -2 till -11. That is what we have written because thereafter it repeats. It's a periodic one. So first at any k equal to 0, what is the value? Magnitude is 1. Okay. And at k is equal to -1, what is the magnitude? Magnitude is this part. This is in the polar form. This is a magnitude. So magnitude means it is mod of 1 by 2j. But you know, magnitude is always computed by square root and squaring. Square it and then take the square root. But you should take only positive constants. So you will get 1 by 2 itself. 1 by 2. Here also you will get 1 by 2. Because it is magnitude. Magnitude. We are bothering about only constant. Rest everywhere it is 0. Mark it or don't mark it, it is assumed as 0. Now similarly, phase response if it is asked. Phase response is argument of x of k. In some cases we will also write it as magnitude of x of k in short. So if I try to draw this, I would get it as 0, 1, 2 till 12, -1, -2 till -11. Okay, so at 0, you know that it is e raised to 0, j0, right? E raised to j0 means this is the phase. Phase is 0. At k equal to -1, what is the phase? Minus 3 pi by 8. Minus 3 pi by 8. And at 1, plus 3 pi by 8. Plus 3 pi by 8. So this is a phase response. Rest everywhere it is 0. This is the assignment I had given. Hope there are no doubts. Next, there is one more similar kind of problem. I'll be bit quick here because it is in the similar grounds. So n1 is equal to what? Or else I can say in place of n I write capital N1. Pi by 30 should be equated to 2 pi to check its periodicity. So here I call it as n2. n2 same thing I write pi by, don't consider it as 2 pi, it is n2 suffix. Pi by 90 is equal to 2 pi. So pi and pi cancels, n is equal to 60, n1 is equal to 60, n2 is equal to pi cancel, it is 180. So n1 by n2 is 60 by 180, 1 by 3. So it is periodic because it's a ratio of integers. So if it is periodic, then the period of the combination of these two things is n is equal to n1 into LCM. LCM is only one term, 3. n1 is 60. 60 into 3 is 180. Hence, angular frequency is given by 2 pi by 180 or else just pi by 90. So first thing you need to do is these all arrangements. Then you need to proceed. So take the original form, original equation x of n, write it in terms of Euler's formula. Cos means e raised to j theta plus e raised to minus j theta divided by 2. So that's why I write it as 1 by 2 e raised to j. In place of theta I am having n pi by 30 or pi by 30 n. Similarly, plus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j theta. Theta means pi by 30 n. Plus, when you have sine means 2, I'll take it here. Sine means you should write it as 1 by 2j as in the case of previous slide. Sine theta is equal to e raised to j theta minus e raised to minus j theta divided by 2j. Hence I am taking it as 1 by 2j. First quantity is same, j pi by 90 here. Pi by 90 n minus 1 by 2j e raised to j minus j pi by 90 n. Okay, so this would give me first term. This is a second term. It is already in the simplified form. Minus, I'll write it correctly. 2 and 2 cancels, plus 1 by just j e raised to j pi by 90 n minus 2 cancels, 1 by j e raised to minus j pi by 90 n. So this is the x of n given term. I wrote it like this. Now what I do is I compare with the standard form. Standard form, how it is written? So standard form is, in the previous slide we had shown, this is a standard form. X of n is equal to summation k 0 to n minus 1 x of k e raised to j k omega naught n. Same thing we'll write here. X of n is equal to summation k ranging from 0 to n minus 1 or minus negative period as well as positive period, then x of k e raised to j k omega naught n, right? So now compare. The first term x of n can be written as, let this be 1 by 2 place of x of k. Now here I just write it, observe carefully, j in place of j, k let me decide it later. Then omega naught is there. What is omega naught? Omega naught is pi by 90. I write pi by 90. Then n, I write it as n. But here I want it to be pi by 30. But according to the formula, I should have pi by 90. So what I am supposed to write it here, in order to make these whole terms similar to this, it is 3. Let me substitute 3 and check. So if I write 3 here, 3 ones are 3 30s are. So 3 3s are. So it will, so 3 30s are. So it will give you pi by 30. That's absolutely correct. So means it is the term for x of 3. For k is equal to 3, this is a term. Similarly for this, plus 1 by 2 e raised to, standard form is here. I'm writing this line by comparing by taking the reference of standard form. J, k value I'll decide it later. Omega naught means pi by 90 n, pi by 90 n. This is by, comparing with the standard form. What value of k will give me this particular term? Minus 3 pi by 90 n plus this was 1 by j e raised to, it was pi by 90 itself, hence k value was one time equal to 1 pi by 90 n. Next time it was minus 1 by j e raised to j minus 1 pi by 90. Yeah, this was n. So I got all these things. So hence I can construct x of k as x of k when I go on starting from minus 1. So k is equal to minus 1. 1 by j. 1 minus 1 by j. When k is equal to minus 1. Okay. Plus 1 by j. When k is equal to plus 1. Similarly, when minus 3, your constant is 1 by 2. When k is equal to both 1 by 2, 1 by 2 here. So hence I can write plus or minus 3. So plus as well as minus, you have the same value, and 0 otherwise. Otherwise on, what was the period? Period was 180. Okay, period was 180. So I should have started with minus 89. Okay, you should be very careful here. This is k value plus 90. So totally it will be 180 samples. So this is how you are supposed to write the answer. Inverse DTFS problems I am taking now. So inverse DTFS is like reverse question. We'll be giving DTFS coefficient and you are supposed to find out time domain signal x of n. X of k's are given. You need to find x of n. Quite the reverse way of what we did till now. Okay, so here we start the analysis. What is given? First that you understand. N is equal to 9. n is equal to 9. Means omega naught is 2 pi by n, or else 2 pi by 9. That is omega naught. Now you just carefully observe n is equal to 9, or else, it's always easy if you take positive as well as negative values also. It will make our job simple. N is equal to 9 means minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, total 9. I can even consider this as n is equal to 9. Let me consider this and check. Okay, so I start with x of minus 4. X of minus 4 is, its magnitude is 0, 0. And its phase is, this is phase, this is phase, this is magnitude. Okay, according to the polar form, magnitude e raised to, then followed by e raised to, you have to write the magnitude phase. That is what we are supposed to write it. E raised to j phase. E raised to j phase is also 0. Write it as 0. X of minus 3 means, x of minus 3 magnitude is 1. E raised to j, what is the phase? 2 pi by 3. Okay. Similarly, x of minus 2, what is the magnitude? 2. E raised to j, what is the phase? Pi by 3. Similarly, x of minus 1 is nothing but phase is, magnitude is 0, phase is also 0. X of 0, magnitude is 1, phase is pi. Correct? So next, x of 1, x of n, magnitude is 0, phase is also 0. Next, x of 2, x of 2, phase, constant is 2, magnitude is 2, e raised to j. Here it is minus pi by 3. So hence I write here minus pi by 3. X of 3 is 1, e raised to j. The phase is minus 2 pi by 3. Minus, I write it here, 2 pi by 3. So directly sometimes it will not be given. So indirectly it will be given in this way, in diagrammatical form. You need to fetch the information that is required to you. X of 4 is here also 0, here also 0. Okay, so these are the information we could extract from the given information. Now we will proceed with the solution. So I have taken the same thing what I wrote just now onto the next slide in order to have the reference. So e raised to j theta is given by, according to Euler's form, this is again for recap, cos theta plus j sin theta. E raised to minus j theta is cos theta minus j sin theta. When you add it, add these two things, e raised to j theta plus e raised to minus j theta, this cancels, 2 cos theta. So 2 if I take in the denominator, you will get the first equation. Similarly, if you subtract e raised to j theta minus e raised to minus j theta, this cancels. Here what happens? J sin theta minus of minus means plus. So 2j sin theta happens. That 2j if I take it to the denominator, you will get it in this manner. This is what we were doing till now. Why I took it again? Because again it is useful here also. That's why. Okay. Standard form also I have written for x of n. Now we will proceed with the answer, with the values. X of n in this case, if I write, because x of k and e raised to j, that information we have already got. So here it is nothing but summation k is equal to minus 4 till plus 4 x of k e raised to j k, omega naught is 2 pi by 9 n. So this is the form. Now we will use this form and construct it. So first, this is not needed because it is 0. This is not needed because it is 0. This is not needed. This is not needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. I write only 5 terms. X of minus 3 e raised to j. Look at this. X of minus 3 if I substitute. In place of k I should substitute minus 3 itself. 2 pi by 9 n. I am elaborating this. Why I did not write minus 4? Because minus 4 value is 0. That's why I'm not writing. The finite values I'm writing. Plus x of minus 2 is here. So x of minus 2 e raised to j in place of k minus 2, 2 pi by 9 n. This term is done. Next term is this plus x of 0 e raised to j0. That then x of 2 e raised to j in place of k to 2 pi by 9 n. Last term is left. I write it here itself. X of 3, this term, e raised to j in place of k is 3, 2 pi by 9 n. So all the finite terms I have taken here. Now, what we are supposed to do? This is equal to, take these things now. What is x of minus 3? E raised to j, uh, uh, x of minus 3 is e raised to j pi by 3. That is what I am writing here. E raised to j pi by 3, right? So constant is 1. So here what you get, e raised to minus 6 pi by 9 n, correct? Next, plus x of minus 2 is, one second, I'll just cross check. Okay, here while noting down, I have made a mistake. X of minus 3 is, here I had written it as 2 pi by 3. Here I mistook it. It is 2 pi by 3. Here also it is 2 pi. This is correct. Only this one had mistaken it. 2 pi by 3. So that's corrected. Next, x of minus 2 is 2 e raised to j pi by 3 e raised to this one minus j 2 to the 4 pi by 9 n. So okay, this is for your easiness. Plus next is x of 0. X of 0 is e raised to j pi. Next, x of 2 plus x of 2 means 2 into e raised to minus j pi by 3. So here whatever is there, that I'll write e raised to j 2 to the 4 pi by 9 n plus x of 3 is here, e raised to minus j 2 pi by 3, then this one e raised to 3 to the 6 pi by 9 n. So I could write all the terms. Now you need to extract the terms that are somewhat in the similar manner. This term and this term is much similar. So hence I take it and write it together. You just hear how I write it. I write it in this manner. So I write it this here. E raised to minus I take common, minus j I take common, into the bracket. What I get? So I write it this one first. 6 pi by 9 n. This was plus, as I took minus common, so I get it as minus 2 pi by 3, right? Then plus e raised to, now j I don't take common, minus I don't take common, j alone I take common. So what is left out? Here 6 pi by 9 n. Here there is minus, I write it minus 2 pi by 3. Okay, so why I wrote it like this, I'll tell you later. Plus e raised to j pi. What is e raised to j pi? E raised to j pi is cos pi. It is e raised to j pi or minus j pi? It is j pi only, I think. J pi, okay, cos pi plus j sin pi. Now this gives you, cos pi means minus 1 sin pi means 0. So it will give you minus 1. So I write it as minus 1 in place of j pi plus. So these two terms I'll write it together. So carefully. So these two terms, 2 is common. I write it here. 2 is common. First this one, e raised to j minus j. I take common. What I get? 4 pi by 9 n. This becomes minus pi by 3. And then plus this one, e raised to plus j. This I write first. 4 pi by 9 n minus pi by 3. So this will make your analysis simple. Now look at this. What is cos theta? Or else e raised to minus j theta plus e raised to j theta. So this term means what? It is 2 cos theta. So here this whole together will give me 2 cos theta. In place of theta, what I am having? Here minus j theta plus j theta. In place of theta, what I am having? 6 pi by 9 n minus 2 pi by 3. This one minus 1 plus 2 I have taken common into the bracket. So again here it is plus e raised to j theta, e raised to minus j theta. So hence again it is cos theta place should be filled up with 2. I have forgotten to write 2. 4 pi by 9 n minus pi by 3. So this is the final answer. So the last answer I'll write it 2 cos 2 3s are 2 I mean 3 2s are 2 pi by 3. Here also 2 pi by 3 n minus 2 pi by 3 plus 2 2s are 4 cos of 4 pi by 9 n minus pi by 3. This minus 1 I'll write it here. So that completes your problem. Next one, 7. So here again time domain signal has been asked. It is again inverse of DTFS. Inverse DTFS. X of k is given. You need to find x of n. Trigonometric function is there. Hence we proceed with pi inspection method. I write the given thing itself, standard form. So when I write it like this, so I start the solution. Before that I want to write the period. So k replaced by n. Okay. So 8 pi by 21. Okay. K plus n, so n will be left out. You know how to take the extract the period, compare it with 2 pi. Pi and pi cancels. You will get it as n is equal to 2 ones are 2 fours are 21 by 4 m. Normally we should write it as m. So at m equal to 4, you will get it as 21. So n is equal to 21. Hence omega naught is equal to 2 pi by 21. This is the first adjustment. Standard form is written. Now we'll proceed with writing x of k. So in place of cos theta, what I'm supposed to write? You just hear cos theta is nothing but e raised to j theta plus e raised to minus j theta divided by 2. Write it here also. E raised to 1 by 2 e raised to j in place of theta 8 pi by 21 k plus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j 8 pi by 21 k. So now I want to bring it in the standard form. In standard form, x of n is there, e raised to minus j is there. I want to bring it in this form. To bring it in the original form, I make certain adjustments here. Period is 21. 1 by 21 factor should be compulsorily there in order to match with standard form. To match it with, bring it to standard form. Standard form. X of k is equal to, I take 21 divided by 21. Means I'm not altering the equation. Why 21 I'm taking? Because this n equal to 21. 1 by 21 factor should be there. That's why I'm taking this fraction. Close bracket. So 1 by 2 e raised to, there should be compulsorily j. minus j, k I leave out. Omega naught means 2 pi by 21, and here it is n, or here it is, one second, here it is k, because k is there already. I should write k. I need to decide the value of n. Okay, so we will decide it later. Plus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j, n value we will decide. 2 pi by 21 is the omega naught, and k I am writing here. So just place k and n oppositely, so it will be very easy. Now look at here. In order to match with this first term, what value I need to write it here? 2 pi by 21, here it is 8 pi by 21. So 2 forza will give me the needed answer. And there was no minus sign, here there is minus sign, hence I write it as minus 4. Similarly here, minus sign is already there, only I need to match with a number, so I write it as plus. Now you can compare this. So you just here 1 by 21, it is there in the standard form. Now what is there? 21, 1 of the 21, I'll take it inside. 21 by 2 e raised to minus j minus 4 is the value of n, 2 pi by 21k, plus 21 I have taken inside. 21 by 2 e raised to minus j, n value is 4, 2 pi by 21k. Okay, so now by comparing we get x of n is equal to 21 by 2 for n is equal to plus or minus 4. So for minus 4 as well as plus 4, your constant is 21 by 2, or constant or x of n, weight is 21 by 2. Now for 0, otherwise on. So make sure that you mention it. 21 is here, so hence I write it as minus 10 till plus 10. Minus 10 to 0 is 10. 11, and 1 to 10 is 10. 11 plus 10 is 21. So this completes your analysis. Now I want you people to take this as an assignment, because it is similar kind, very much similar it is. There is no difference at all. You can see here there is only a single cost term, here you have two cost terms. So hence I want you to proceed, and let me give you the hint. N is equal to 11 here. Okay, so take this as an assignment. Okay, the last problem of this DTFS. X of k is given as 1 by 2 raised to k, and range is given. Find the time domain signal. Standard form is written. So x of n is equal to, there is no trigonometric function here, hence I proceed with what I wanted to find, that equation. Summation, range is given from 0 to 9. X of k is given as 1 by 2 raised to k e raised to j k. Omega naught is, if n is equal to, ranging from 0 to 9, it is total 10. So omega naught is 2 pi by 10, or else pi by 5. So I can write it as pi by 5 n. Okay, so this can also be written as summation k ranging from 0 to 9, 1 by 2 e raised to j, k I'll write it later, pi by 5 n whole of k. So it's as good as the formula that we had earlier derived, like summation k ranging from 0 to n minus 1 alpha raised to k. So in that case, the answer comes out to be 1 minus alpha raised to 1 plus than the maximum what we are having. Alpha here is 1 by 2 e raised to j pi by 5 n. Here you are supposed to write plus 1 of what I am having here, plus 1 of what I am having here. Hence I write it as 10 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to j pi by phi n. If it is not clear, I'll write it here. We had earlier derived a formula like k is equal to 0 till n minus 1 alpha raised to n if alpha is not equal to 1. Okay, the formula goes like this: 1 minus alpha raised to n divided by 1 minus alpha. In place of alpha, I am having this big quantity. That's it. I am applying this formula. We had come across this formula in previous chapter, right? So here you can see uh, 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to 10, and this becomes e raised to j. This gets multiplied. E raised to something gets multiplied. 10 pi by phi n divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to j pi by phi n. So phi 1 za, phi 2 za. It is 2 pi. E raised to j 2 pi is cos 2 pi plus j sine 2 pi. So cos 2 pi is 1, sine 2 pi is 0. So 1, it is as good as 1. Hence the final answer is 1 divided by 1 by 2 raised to 10 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to j pi by phi n. That's it. So this is a last problem of this section.